Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to week two of NFL picks against the spread against my roommates. How did we do last week? We went 8-8, right down the middle, average in terms of how everything went. I'm currently in second, tied with three other people for third. So let's see. I got the Steelers right. I uh, I was the only person that got the Steelers right. I was the only person that got the Colts wrong. What else? I got screwed over on this pick because the Rams technically covered, but the game went to overtime and then they didn't. So I made it up though with the 49ers. Here's just a list of who everyone picked last week, but it's the dawn of a new week. Week two starts tonight, and the first game is between the Dolphins and Bills. Now this is this is 50-50 pretty much. I'm going to go with the Dolphins just because they're at home. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be tough. One of my roommates is a real big Bills fan, and he thinks the Bills are going to win. I don't know. I think it's going to be really close, but I'm going to take Miami. Dallas looked really good against the Browns. What did they win? 33-16 or something like that? It was a pretty big blowout, and they're facing a Saints team. You know, they beat up on the Carolina Panthers. It doesn't really say too much. Dallas is at home. I think they could win by at least a touchdown. Lions and the Buccaneers. This is a very similar spot as to the Rams-Lions game. This is a team that the Lions played in the playoffs last year that's going to be looking for revenge. They soundly beat the Commanders. I think they can keep this one within a touchdown. I like Tampa Bay here. I know Detroit won. They looked pretty good, but I wasn't overly impressed. The Packers without Jordan Love at home against the Colts. Malik Willis looked really, really bad. I'm not gonna lie. In that one throw he made, and I wouldn't have that much confidence in him if I was a Green Bay fan. And also, I think if this game was in December and it was 20 degrees outside, I'd take Green Bay. The Colts, they lost to the Texans, but they looked pretty good. I'm gonna take them to win by more than a field goal. Titans and the Jets. I like the Titans to cover this one here. They're at home. They have a good defense. They showed up last week. Jets did not look great, man. I saw a stat that said that Aaron Rodgers had about the same, almost identical stats in his first week that Zach Wilson had last year. I think this is a good chance to make up some points. I like the Titans plus 3.5 here. 49ers against the Vikings. They soundly beat the Jets without Christian McCaffrey. Now they go on the road to Minnesota, who looked good against the Giants, but it is the Giants. I'm going to take San Francisco to cover the 4.5. Seattle will be going on the road to New England. New England looked good in their game against the Bengals. Heck, they even won the game 16-10. They're getting more than a field goal at home against Seattle, who also looked good against Denver, but I don't know. Patriots have a good defense at home. I think they keep this one close, and I think they cover. Commanders and the Giants. I'm going to take the Commanders just because that Giants team looked awful. Absolutely awful. They were terrible. Lost 28-6 to a Sam Darnold-led Vikings squad. New York fans are in for another long year. Jalen Daniels at least showed some flashes for Washington. I'm going to take them. Panthers, wow, there's no team worse in the NFL. And I think people knew that going into this year where they lost, 47-10 against the Saints. It's going to be hard for me to see them keeping any game within a touchdown. I think the Chargers win. They looked pretty good too. Herbert, J.K. Dobbins, McConkey, the defense looked good. I'm going to take the Chargers. This game is, I would normally say this is an easy cover for the Browns. However, Deshaun Watson looked absolutely putrid against Dallas, and he also has another sexual assault claim against him that just came out, and they're probably, honestly, if I'm Cleveland, I'm thinking of moving to Jameis Winston as my quarterback. And Jacksonville didn't look too bad against Miami, so I think I got to go with Jacksonville here. The Raiders, they did not look good against the Chargers. Ravens are looking for a bounce back week, and they played on Thursday. A lot of times, teams that play on Thursday the next week, they call it a mini bye because you have Thursday, Friday, and you have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to rest up before your normal week of prep. Ravens coming off a mini bye. I think they beat the Ravens. I think they beat the Raiders by at least 10. We have a pick 'em even spread pretty much between the Rams and Cardinals. I like the Rams. I think they're still a really good team. Puka Nacua did go down with an injury, but this is a team that normally finds a way to get it done more times than they don't. Still a lot of question marks around the Cardinals. How good is Marvin Harrison? He only had one catch in their first game against Buffalo, which they did look good in, but I think I'm going to take the Rams in this one. Steelers at the Broncos. Steelers have that great defense, and we know defense travels. Broncos, yeah, they did not look great. I feel like the Steelers defense is going to eat Bo Nix alive. I got to take Pittsburgh on the road. Chiefs and the Bengals. The Bengals lost by. Bengals got beat by the Patriots. They did not look good. Joe Burrow has been particularly bad. I think I saw a stat that said he's now 1-8 in weeks 1 and 2 in his career. That's not very good. And they got to go to Arrowhead. I like the Chiefs. Texans and the Bears. As a Bears fan myself, diehard Bears fan, Caleb Williams looked absolutely awful in that game. I understand it's his first NFL game. I understand the Titans don't have that. They have a pretty decent defense. He looked absolutely putrid. He threw for 93 yards. I don't even know if he made a single good play in there. The defense carried him, though. They blocked a punt for a touchdown, got a pick six, but they got to go on the road against a strong Texans team in their home opener. I think the Texans win this one by about 10. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Caleb Williams shows out and the Bears win, but also Odunze only had one catch, and now he's out for a little bit. I like Houston. Hopefully Caleb Williams can eventually get his act together. If it sounds like I'm being overly hard on a rookie quarterback, it'd be a little bit different if the whole offseason he was like, yeah, I'm him. I'm like that. We don't need a punter. He messaged the Bears punter, Torrey Taylor, hey, we don't need you, man. We're not going to be punting this year. Torrey Taylor had to punt 6 times in that game. I hope I'm wrong about Caleb Williams, but I don't know. Texans will win by 6.5. And then Eagles and the Falcons. And the Falcons didn't look good in their first game against the Steelers, only put up 10 points. The Eagles are coming off that win in Brazil. They played on Friday. They'll have a little bit extra time to prepare, and this game's on a Monday. Philly's going to be rocking. I think the Eagles win this one and cover. Those are my picks for the week. Let's see if I can beat my roommates. Hopefully we do. College picks will be coming tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.